Now the difference between a really good drawing and a fantastic drawing is tonal values. I go on about it in virtually all of my videos. I know it's not as impressive as me talking about details and showing my pencils and that, but you've seen the difference. The difference is massive. And to go from somebody who's really good, and this is one of my Patreon members, Pam, has sent in her drawing of the dog named Moses. The reference photo that you can see, it's not particularly good, but it's got enough information to do a really good drawing as long as we think about tonal values. That's what I want to cover in this video because it makes more of a difference to your artwork than anything else I can think of. So let's jump in. The first thing I want to say is Pam's drawing is really good, this pastel drawing, but what's it lacking? Okay, what's it really lacking? It's got tons of details, the expression, the drawing is perfect, dimensions, it all looks really good, but there was something, and it's because it's lacking a full tonal range. Now not every drawing or piece of art needs a full tonal range going from completely black to completely white, but let me show you the difference this makes. Now this is not a Photoshop lesson at all. I'm not a Photoshop expert, and I know Photoshop experts will be saying there's different ways of doing this and making it better. But all I want to show you is the principles. And all I'm doing is making areas that I think need to be darker, that I'm looking at the reference photo, and I'm darkening them. Okay? So I can see over this side of the head, and I'm not adjusting colours, I'm just darkening. Under the chin needs to be darker. The leg here needs to be darker, around here. So I'm thinking, where is that light coming from? Okay, it's quite a subdued light, but it's coming from this top side, probably in front a little bit as well. So the ear over here, that's darker. Underneath, you see that should be in shadow. Around the side of the head, these wrinkles. Now the colours are going off a little bit, obviously. It's going a bit grey in places, but don't worry about that, okay? Stick with me, because I know it's not as sexy as seeing the pencil going across the paper, but you saw that difference at the start, okay? It's massive, and all it's really about is tonal values. So what I'm thinking of now is what needs to be darker. Now when you're doing your drawing, a brilliant way, an easy way of knowing if you're going dark enough, too dark, if your colours are right, is to fold your reference photo. If you're working from a printout, fold it in half, and once you've done, or you're starting your underlayer, put that over your drawing and judge it. It'll show you immediately whether you're, as I said, dark enough, too dark, and things like that. So all I've done is darken areas. Let me just make this a bit smaller so I can go around these creases a little more. I'm not going to take too much time because I know on YouTube everyone wants to jump from one thing to another, and I don't have much time to do lots of details. I did this one for Patreon, and I thought this is so important for people to see. I'm going to put this part on YouTube as well, because it's really critical to know what you're doing here. So now I'm going to take the lights a bit darker. I can see the highlights in the ears should be a bit darker. See over on this one. I'm not trying to get perfect with it. I just want to show you the idea. So bear with me. Keep a couple more. Another minute or so while I do the darks, and then we've got the fancy part, putting some highlights on here. So a little bit more here. Right. Now when you're doing your drawing, maybe even squint your eyes, because we don't want to be thinking about the details at this stage. We're thinking about tonal values, not details. Right. So let me turn that one on and off. So that's it. Off. So that's how that drawing was. This is just the darks on there. Okay. So what I'll do now, I'll create a different layer. Now let's put the lights on there. And obviously you would be doing this with your artwork, with your pencils or paints. It might go a little bit harsh as I'm doing it. As I said, I'm not a Photoshop expert by any stretch of the imagination. Let's make that a little bit smaller, my brush. Now I could even put some on this pillow to give it a little bit more shape, like that. A bit more on the toes, perhaps on the bridge of the nose. And then I'm seeing the light coming from the side, so it's touching the corner of the ear, then on the folds of the skin, okay, around there and here. Obviously you could do it better with your art supplies. A little bit on the paws, perhaps a little bit over here, and around the top of the eye, this part. So as you've seen, that's basic. Okay, I'm just putting highlights and shadows. I've added no extra details whatsoever. It's almost never about details. I've not altered the colours, nothing. So let me turn that off and on. So that's how it started. Then I darkened it. Then I added highlights. You see what a massive difference. If you concentrate on tonal values, so darks, highlights and shadows, that's going to make more difference to your artwork than anything else. That's the part to really get right. Okay, so I hope that's helped. Thanks Pam for sending in the artwork of Moses, and I hope that's helped you too.